50 million years ago, two big lizards brought the Earth. Here we have Meglanom. It has been looking for food for a long time, but near it is Saper. No, I don't really know its name, but I call this one Saper. It's a giant lizard with sharp teeth, like a saber tooth. But they wouldn't really pick on each other. But today, since it's the Deathly Battles gang and I don't want to let you guys down, they battle it out. They didn't live at the same time, but this is if they would, and what I think who would win if they battle. Ready, set, go, fight! The Saper, the giant lizard with sharp teeth, goes for the Meglanom, the ancestor of a Komodo dragon. But this time, Meglanom has something to fight back and whoops Saper all the way to the other side. Saper is one of the largest of these lizards. He grows to about 40 centimeters and 5 foot tall. Meglanom, though, is 50 centimeters and 6 foot tall. So taller than me, and definitely taller than my dad. Sabertooth jumps in for the throat, ready to end this. But Meglanom's sharp skin holds down the teeth from getting through. Saper gets thrown around and then gets headbutted by Meglanom. Meglanom steps on him, crushing Saper's organs. Slowly, Saper is losing more power and slowly dies. Saper runs, but his tail gets stand on. Saper turns around, doing a full-on twist, biting Meglanom on the leg. Meglanom remembers something. He is poisonous, so he goes in for a bite right in Saper. Saper whacks his head before strangling Meglanom with its long tail, pushing Meglanom down using his strong tail might, and steps on him. Using more and more power, Meglanom gets up and starts pushing and rolling over on Saper. Saper keeps getting rocks, rolling on just crushing his back. But then, slowly, Meglanom falls to the ground. Saper slowly takes his tail off and checks. Is Meglanom dead? It opens its mouth, ready to do a victory call. But hang on a minute. It noticed something. Meglanom comes up and whacks Saper in the face. Saper comes in, running back, and then jumps right on Meglanom, using his sharp claws piercing through the skin. He keeps jumping and jumping and jumping for 3 hours straight. Keeps getting whacked and whacked Meglanom, but then Meglanom does another bite to the tail, injecting more venom. Slowly, Saper is paralyzed, but it goes in because it's got so many claw strikes on Meglanom's skin. It has made a hole where it can get to his spine. he jumps in and puts his teeth right where he could see the spine from the hole. Meglanum's spine slowly gets broken. Meglanum rolls over, trying to Meglanum then finally steps on Saper, pushing Saper's organs to the bottom. But Saper isn't dead. He goes in, whaps Meglanum all the way to the cliff edge. And this is going to be a funny scene. Scar! Help! Long live the king. But Saper, slowly when he walks away, he falls to the ground and venom injects him. A few hours later, another Meglanom comes up and discovers this body. Saper is still alive, comes in and bites the Meglanom right through the eye, killing it. Now, Saper has been the largest lizard on Earth. He has won, but is he the largest? And then a few days later, and then 50 million years later, where humans discovered it, 60 million years later, humans discovered this, and they found out, they looked at the bites and said, this doesn't make sense. Meglanom didn't live around the same time as this type of lizard. And then, because he was so large, the fossil, they called him Saper. The end.